right, hey guys, welcome to BS Movie News Live. Thank you guys for coming out. The premise of Don't Breathe is there's these three kids, they live in shitty Detroit. They rob houses, that's what they do. They go around, they rob rich people's houses because they're super poor and whatever. And they want to get out of their circumstances. They all want to leave, they all want to go to California.
You're leaving?
Yeah, as soon as I have the money.
When are you coming back?
Never.
Which, you know what, do it, California's great. I wanted to go to California, I came out here and I fucking love it. But it's really expensive to live here, I'm not gonna lie. It's way more expensive than Detroit. And so because of that, they're like, well, shit, we need to steal some money.
I got our ticket out of here. Rumor is this guy is sitting on at least $300K. Boom!
They hear about this guy, this blind man who's a veteran, who apparently had some settlement. His daughter was ran over. They're like, dude, I bet he's got tons of cash. He lives in the middle of nowhere in this house that's like the whole neighborhood's abandoned. He's the only one there. He should be this easy pickings target,
Messed up to rob a blind guy, isn't it?
Just because he's blind don't mean he's insane, bro.
All three of them, they go into the house, and then he is not an easy pickings target at all. Like, he is so scary.
How many of you are there?
This movie was so much fun. It was such a great premise. It just keeps building and building and building. Like, every single scene has more and more and more tension. You're like, how many places can this concept go? But they really keep going with it in really surprising and fun ways that I was totally on board with. I really found myself immersed in the film. Because that's one thing, like when I've seen a lot of movies this summer were pretty terrible. And like, I want to leave my body when I'm watching a movie, and I want to submit, and I just want to like experience this movie, and I need to forget everything. And like this movie, and I need it to draw me in, and this movie did that. It really drew me in. I totally forgot about my own bullshit. I was so into this story. I was like, how are they going to get out of this house? Like, there's so much tension. He locks them in, and then things just get worse. Like, it's like, he's not just, and this guy isn't just a blind man veteran, okay? Like, he's got some shit going on, in the basement, all right? So, like, it gets crazier, it gets crazier and crazier. I mean, there was a really great night vision scene where, he turns off the lights in the house, so these asshole kids are, like, fucked, like, because he's used to being blind, like, they're not. And the way that they did the night vision was so great, because it was just gray, it wasn't that green shit, they just did gray, and just, them walking, they're doing this, and it was so well done. Like, I just love that stylistic choice. Don't Breathe was fantastic. I really highly recommend you guys go check it out. I was so excited to see a good movie. I was like, I can't believe I just saw a good movie. Like,
I'm still in shock.
I'm in shock. Like, yeah, I texted T. I was like, I'm still in shock that I saw a good movie tonight. Like, it's crazy. A lot of people say that I'm a hater. They say that I just hate on everything, and it's just like, what do you want me to do? Like shitty movies? Like, they're putting out shit, man. Like, that's not on me. That's not on me. That's on them, I was so excited when I saw the Ghost House, thing come up on the screen. I was like, Ghost House! That's Sam Raimi and his crew. And this is directed by the same guy who directed the Evil Dead remake, reboot. I don't know what to call it. But apparently this movie is a direct response to the criticisms he got making Evil Dead. Apparently a lot of people were on this guy's case and saying, like, fuck you, make a real movie, you're a hack, you're an asshole. And so Fede Alvarez, he was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going to make a really great movie, and I'm going to make you eat those words. And this is a great case of where hate motivates. Fuck. Am I really spoiling this for people? I really don't want to spoil this for people, but I guess I'm doing this. The girl gets in the ventilation system at one point because she can fit in there, and the guys can't. And you think, oh, what a great advantage. She'll be able to get out because, she can fit in the ventilation system. But the thing that, I didn't think about, because I was like, that's kind of a cop-out, she can get away, whatever. But then, he lets the dog loose in the ventilation system. It's like, a dog after you in a ventilation system? Like, oh, that's fucking scary. Like, that's so scary. Oh, that was tough.
We're trapped in here.
There has to be a way out of here.
The best part of this movie is so they go down to the basement because it's like super locked. So they like, well, I guess he's got his money behind the super locked door, right? I mean, that makes sense. And so they get down there and they're like got their camera flashlights, because he's already after them, you know. And when they're down there, they find a girl who is being held captive against her will in his basement. And then, you know, as the movie goes on, they're like, we don't have time to save this chick. Like, we'll just call the cops. It'll be fine, you know. And she's like, no, like, we can't leave this woman here. So they, you know, unlock the woman's stuff, and they're like, come with us, you know. And they're trying to get out of the house, and they're like getting ready to, like, they finally find a door. You know, they're trying to get out of this door. And then they open the door, and who's there but the blind man? Starts shooting, and like he doesn't know that they have the girl, you know, obviously. And so he accidentally shoots the girl that he's been holding captive. And it turns out that this girl was the girl who ran down his daughter, killed his daughter, and she was cleared of charges of manslaughter. You know, she never went to jail for it. And so this was kind of his punishment for her was, you know, when he shoots her, it's really confusing because he starts holding her and he's like, oh, my baby. Oh, I love you. No. And you're like, wait, I thought he hated this woman. Why is he so torn up that she's been shot and killed, you know, like. But then as the movie goes on, you know, Rocky gets captured and they have a moment and they're talking.
Now you're gonna see what I see.
And, you know, he's like telling her that since this woman took his daughter away, he felt like she owed him another child. And so he had kept her down in that basement, and she was pregnant with a baby, and he was going to take that baby, like have her have the baby, take the baby, and then supposedly let her go. And so when he shot her, then, you know, the baby died. So he still wants that baby. Like, he wants a replacement baby. And so now he's got Rocky, and he's going to make a baby with her instead. But I love that he was like, I'm not a rapist, you know, and he starts getting all this apparatuses out, all this stuff, and then like he starts cooking up, and he has all this frozen semen, and he like puts it in a turkey baster, and like the turkey baster shot was so good because like there was like this hair, and like you see it like filling up the turkey baster. It's like this gross hair because it's just so not like a medical facility here. Okay, this is this guy's dirty basement. And like he like cuts this like little hole in the vagina of her pants and is just gonna like shove that baster in there and just keep squirting his frozen jizz in there until she gets preggo. That part alone was just like, man, that was just really, I didn't see that. I did not expect that. That happened. I was super like, yes, you guys surprised me. Since we're in spoiler territory, I'm just gonna go for it here, guys. So the girl, like, she does find all this money, and she is running away with it, and she gets it, and she does get her little sister and is going off to California, and they're in the airport, and they're waiting to leave, and she sees a news thing where it's like, this veteran, you know, warded off 2 attackers, and like, you know, like making, like spinning this news story of like, this poor blind veteran, you know. And at the end, like, you know, like the veteran reports that nothing was stolen, you know, or whatever. And he doesn't say anything about the girl. He doesn't say anything about the money. But he doesn't say anything because they have an unwritten agreement now. Because she knows that he's going to go and find another woman and impregnate her and, like, keep her in the basement for 9 months. And he doesn't want anyone to know that. And she doesn't want anyone to know that she's stolen a bunch of money from this guy. So, like, she has this big choice of, like, do you take the money? Do you run with your sister to California and live that sweet Cali dream, you know, knowing that because you didn't say anything, some other woman is going to be impregnated and held against her will, captive in a basement, you know, like that's the trade-off, you know. I don't know what's coming out over the weekend. Hopefully we'll be reviewing some hot stuff. And thank you guys again for watching BS Movie News Live with me. You guys are the best. Don't forget, we're on Patreon if you want to go check that out. And I will see you next. I'd like to thank some of my super patrons, Manny Valencia, Jeff Kramer, and Mr. Cuttyflam37 for being awesome. Without your support, we wouldn't have this amazing set behind us.